Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ghana, Akwaba, as it is said here in one of the local languages. My name is Burkhard Hellemann, and I'm the head of the delegation of German industry and commerce based in Accra. I've been living in Ghana for more than 5 years now, and I have to say that Ghana is a wonderful place to be. It is not only safe and calm, we are not only allowed to enjoy the wonderful food, most important for us is the exchange, being together with Ghanaians as they are wonderful, polite and welcoming people. Akwaba. And we have to say that there is a long-standing partnership between North Rhine-Westphalia and Ghana. And this is something that we would like to deepen as well with our engagement, our commitment from the delegation of German industry and commerce. What are we going to expect in this wonderful video? We are going to have some very interesting and insightful interviews. We are going to listen to the CEO of DHL, the German company which is represented worldwide. We will speak with MC Bauchemie, a company which is very busy in the construction sector. We are going to listen to ThyssenKrupp, and we all know about ThyssenKrupp. But we will also look into the innovative and future sector of young Ghanaian startups. Sumundi is one of them. Another one, even like a joint venture between Ghana and Germany, Get Innotized in the IT sector. And last but not least, we will also get some more deeper information from German Trade and Invest, GTAI. I'm really happy that we were able to win all these important and interesting interviewers who are going to provide you with some interesting information about Ghanaian economy, some figures and some insights, what it needs to do business here. I want to wish you a wonderful trip to Ghana. I hope that you are going to enjoy it. And in case of any questions, please contact us. We are here. Our doors are open for you, for your questions, for your interest. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ghana. My name is Corinna Päfkin and I'm the Director of Germany Trade and Invest here in Accra. Germany Trade and Invest is the foreign trade and inward investment promotion agency of the Federal Republic of Germany. We inform German companies that want to come to Ghana. We report about latest developments in different sectors, how to conduct business, and we provide information about legal frameworks and customs duties, for instance. Ghana is a relatively small market with a population of around 30 million people. However, due to its political stability, relative security compared to its neighbors, the investors-friendly environment and its selection to host the Secretariat of the African Continental Free Trade Area make Ghana to one of the better locations for investment in sub-Saharan Africa. And did you know that Ghana's economy could even grow slightly during the COVID-19 pandemic? For 2021, the International Monetary Fund expects a GDP growth rate of 4.3% and even 6.1% for 2022. Another interesting fact is that the bilateral trade between Germany and Ghana could also grow in the pandemic year 2020. In particular, the German exports grew by more than 8%. Ghana is blessed with raw materials such as gold, cocoa, oil and gas, just to name a few. Among the most promising sectors are agribusiness, food processing, but also construction, health and the automotive sector have already attracted the interest of international investors. And when it comes to innovation, Ghana is also one step ahead and is regarded as a West African hub of innovation. It has a thriving startup scene is home of several hubs and incubators, and in 2019 Ghana could raise $60 million for 8 startup companies. Google established its first African Artificial Research Center here in 2019, and Twitter has just announced to open its first presence in Africa. It will be set up here in Ghana. I wish you a very interesting event today. Stay safe and bye-bye.
My name is Gerald Guskowski. I'm working for GIZ in Ghana, and I'm responsible for the sector of sustainable economic development in Ghana. We here in our sector, we are focusing on the creation of jobs, and we are doing so by mainly supporting, on one hand, vocational training, and on the other hand, private and financial sector development. And there we think that the big backbone of economic development is the private sector, where people can find jobs, attractive jobs. Private sector can contribute to investments, and the private sector can also just generate innovation, for example. And therefore for us the cooperation with the private sector is key, and therefore we are cooperating with international companies, but also with a lot of Ghanaian companies, being it small, micro, medium and even bigger enterprises. A good example for best practice in cooperation of development cooperation with the private sector is our cooperation with DHL. I'm just going to explain what we are doing there in our cooperation. Electronic commerce, also known as e-commerce, is an increasingly important procurement and sales channel in emerging African economies. According to UNCTAD, there are already 280 million online shoppers in Africa, with the numbers growing rapidly. The coronavirus pandemic has strengthened the global significance of digital trade. Challenges to achieving the potential of e-commerce in Africa remain. These include the availability of electronic payment systems, consumers and companies' trust in e-commerce, and supportive regulatory frameworks. The Pan-African E-Commerce Initiative aims to improve the conditions for companies to engage in cross-border e-commerce within the continent. To accomplish this, it works on the above areas and through building the capacities of small and medium enterprises to participate in digital trade. In order to leverage private sector expertise in cross-border e-commerce, the Pan-African E-Commerce Initiative has partnered with DHL to jointly develop and deliver training to small and medium enterprises in Ghana, Kenya and Rwanda. These markets were identified due to the strong potential for digital commerce plus rapid growth that has been seen recently. The capacity building initiative is divided into 2 modalities: Boost Your e-commerce potential, an introduction into the key issues which relate to e-commerce and a teaser for the more in-depth training, and 2, E-commerce certification program, a 3-day detailed course covering working with platforms, marketing your business online, expanding cross-border logistics and distribution, and the fundamentals of compliance and regulation. Participants who successfully complete the training will receive a certificate issued jointly by DHL and the Pan-African E-Commerce Initiative. 2 of each sessions are planned in Ghana. This joint capacity building is therefore targeting 140 small and medium enterprises for the teaser session and 40 small and medium enterprises for the certification program, with a focus on women-led enterprises. Therefore, the cooperation with DHL in e-commerce is a very good example of successful cooperation between private sector and development partners.
Serigne Mbaye, I'm the CEO of DHL Global Forwarding for West Africa. I'm the country manager also for Ghana. DHL is present as a group in Ghana since early 1980s, and we segregated our product offering into two main divisions, DHL Express and DHL Global Forwarding, in 2008. DHL Global Forwarding is the division I'm working for, and we are active in all the elements of the international supply chain. We are active in all the transport modes: air, ocean, road, rail, customs formalities, administrative, extra, but also specific solutions like warehousing, industrial projects. So basically, we are one-stop shop for our customers in a door-to-door approach. Our strategy 2025 is delivering excellence in a digital world. But this is very far from how we started. We remember DHL started by moving letters from A to B in a very formal way, boarding couriers in flights from San Francisco to Honolulu, and today we are talking about digital approach. We have fully digitalized our processes, and we have not only done that, we are also pushing our subcontractors or partners, local partners, to also embrace digitalization. Talking about a bit deeper on a solution like this global marketplace, Saludo, which we created. It will allow, if I take the example of tracking companies in Ghana, when they deliver a shipment to Tamale, they often come empty, and Saludo can help them to avoid those empty loads, because they can plan their trip and log into the platform and look if DHL has any reverse load or any other shipper in our platform, because the visibility is total. And they can bid, send their offers, and take down their logistics spent, but also reduce their carbon footprint. So it's just an example of how innovation can impact positively also companies' profit. DHL, we think global and we act local, and this is what is reflected on me, but also around me. And this is who we are. We are very close to the market, to the communities where we operate, and we are extremely open to business. So welcome to Ghana.
My name is Gilbert Blankson Afo, and I'm the co-founder and the co-CEO of Sumundi, and this is my partner.
I'm Irabna, co-founder and co-CEO of Sumundi. At Sumundi, we exist to make life easier for people who run retail enterprises away. When I say away, I mean either they are away from the shop, they work elsewhere, or they're even not around in their country. Technology is our major enabler. We use technology to track their products, people, and their financials to ensure that their businesses are sustainable. Seeing their businesses grow by and by is something that we're extremely passionate about. Day in, day out, we see people open retail enterprises, and within a twinkle of an eye, a few years, it's done or they run out of stock, and they really need to look for capital elsewhere. Unlike foreign companies that come in and keep expanding, our own little shops stay as mom and pop shops. So our goal is to ensure that these shops are able to expand, grow larger, and multiply.
So the Sumundi journey up to this point started from when we met in the university. And then we wanted to bring in some convenience for students to be able to order things from outside campus and then within campus as well, right? And this really motivated us to start an e-commerce platform. It was a very exciting journey for us. I was an engineering student then, so we hacked up this e-commerce platform for students to shop, try to get a team on board, try to market it to students on campus, and then everything in between. It was quite successful. And then this first initiative is what gave us the fundamental insight into the retail industry. We began to discover the problems that the vendors were actually experiencing, because you have to do a lot of interactions with vendors, get them to list their items and get them to manage their inventory on the platform and everything over there. And this was a really big learning process for us. So our aha moment as a company came when we were approached by a pharmacy to build a platform for them to help them manage their business. And then we were able to do this platform, deploy it, and the feedback we got was really great. And this act is what spearheaded the rest of our journey up to this point.
Yes, so from that moment onwards, we became highly intrigued about these retail businesses. We started doing a lot of research, we spoke to a lot of them, and then yes, we got recommendations, even from our first customer. So for the first year, it was more recommendations and entering different industries, even within the retail industry as a whole, and we kept improving the platform, iterating, and learning from these retailers. So it was more of a product market fit for us, understanding the markets, understanding the competitive space, understanding what we could do for these retailers. In December 2019, we met Greentech Capital Partners and we started to discuss investment with them. And the discussions went on till early part of 2020, where we began a pre-seed run and they offered us $50,000 as part of our pre-seed funding. From that point onwards, things were supposed to take a turn, but unfortunately that was when the COVID lockdown came up and most of these retail enterprises weren't running. They had shut down completely. It took several months before the economy began to kick up again, so there was a bit of a pause there for us. But regardless, when they came on board, we did see progress, and one thing we are extremely happy about is that for the year 2021, everything that we were able to achieve in the past 2 years has been achieved in less than half of the year. And currently we have over 150 paying clients that rely on us for some service of sort, including our technology, including stock taking, consultancy, and whatnot. We've managed over $10 million in transactions and are tracking 250,000 unique retail and wholesale products.
There's so much opportunity in the retail industry, and we are super excited and eager to partner with any organization, any party that can help us to support these retailers build long-lasting businesses in sub-Saharan Africa.
Hi, so my name is Kwame Osei-Tutu. I'm one of the founders of Get Hypnotized. We are a software firm based in Ghana and Munich, and recently in Kenya as well. We are in the business of developing software products, mainly for the European market, so mainly like a virtual working model. So the idea is we get projects from Europe and execute them with wholly Ghanaian talents. We've been in this business for close to 5 years, and it's been an exciting journey. We have taken some of the best talents here in Ghana and developed them into industry standard software developers and data scientists as well. So we've had a number of exciting projects. I can think back as far as my finance coach, which was a digital literacy project. So the idea was to teach financial literacy to kids, inculcate the saving habit in them whilst they grow. And we did this for a client in Germany. We worked on this project for close to over a year. One of the things I should mention is during this journey, we noticed definitely that with the talents we had in Ghana, there was a gap in terms of they being able to compete on a global scale. So it birthed a program we call Azubi Africa. With Azubi Africa, we are in partnership with Microsoft and Amazon. And what we do is we take some of the best graduating talents in Ghana and take them through a 12-week program in either data science or core software engineering. Now, whilst they are going through the data science program, we also allow them to work on core projects we've acquired as a company as Get Hypnotized, so that by the time they are done with their training, they do not just have the relevant theoretical experience, they have the practical experience to go with. And what that has helped with over the years is it's helped our talents go into companies much more confident and to be able to hit the ground running. So when they go into these companies, there's no need for ramp-up time, because guess what? They already have the relevant practical experience, having worked on projects we have acquired as a company as Get Hypnotized. We faced a number of challenges when we started this initiative. Mainly when you go to European clients and tell them that, listen, I have these good African talents that can develop software or do data science projects for you. Because most people hadn't heard about what the things we were doing, they were a bit skeptical. So we ended up really dropping our prices in terms of how we could charge for clients for such works. So for a number of years, we did not really make profits, but we're happy about what we were doing because we felt we were pushing a change. There was an innovation we're trying to birth in this country. And as time went on, we became gradually accepted in these markets. People became much more interested in what we were doing. People were excited to be part of what we were doing. And our prices were also very reasonable. And most people saw it as a way of giving back to the world. Apart from being able to have some very promising African talents, they knew that they were also helping create jobs all around the world, and at the same time it was also helping them meet a need deficit in their markets, because there was shortage of IT talents on the European market, and these are one of the main challenges we've had in terms of pricing. But as the months went by, a lot more people became confident in us and began to pay us a much more interesting package in terms of industry standard packages, and that is how we have grown up until now.
MC Balchami Ghana Limited is a global subsidiary of MC Balchami. You know, we are a construction chemical manufacturing company. So for the past few years in Ghana, we've been doing the same, going into construction chemical. So as you can see, we are now in a new phase of our expansion, where we are building a facility for the construction chemical industry.
At MC Balchami, there's one principle that we work with. We believe that product application is as important as the product itself. So there's a whole department called the technical department at MC Balchami, and what the department does is we assist in the application of the product and also help in knowledge transfer of products based to the clients and also all the users. So this department is what I heard at MC Balchami. Part of the duties also with the training of applicators who are the front who implement our products. So basically that's what I do at MC Balchami. I head that department that trains and also helps in the application, also the testing of products to make sure that they perform well for the market.
We are a German company in actual fact, and we go by standards. So therefore that means that we are not really cheap, as you said. But in the whole, we also have some customers in the market that are quality oriented, who want a quality product, want a quality job done. Construction in general, you cannot cut costs. You need to go with the quality from it, otherwise it will come back to hurt you one way or the other. So therefore, yes, we're still trying to maintain our quality, but most importantly, what we are trying to do is now to domesticate most of our production. So the materials, that's why we are setting up the new production unit, so that we are adding the local raw material. We are trying to synthesize with the local raw material as a whole, to make use of local raw material and also to bring the cost down. So we are not compromising our quality, but we are actually expanding, bringing the local input into our business. Same technology, same standard, but just the use of the local raw material to make it quite affordable for the market.
By here, for instance, people don't understand the apprenticeship, and those who even go through the apprenticeship, they lack the knowledge to understand that. So the basic challenge here is most of them are so much interested in making money instead of building themselves up for the market. So you can see that there's a lot of discrepancy between the built environment, that's the engineers and architects who even manage this kind of artisans. But the artisans don't want to take their time and go through the process and understand what the systems are. So that's the major challenge that we have here in Ghana, especially when it comes to managing these artisans and also in the training. But going forward, I think we've started some negotiations and we've started some trainings that we are hoping that in the near future we have more people on board that will understand what you want to carry across, to understand the systems in construction, to understand the various systems that they can apply based on the specific conditions they meet on site.
I joined MC Balchami just last year, 2020, and before that I was already in construction, in the construction business. Now, coming from the construction one aspect of the construction business into MC Balchami, which is also another side of the construction where we deal in chemicals, I want to believe that there are a lot of opportunities here in MC Balchami for women who are in construction or who want to join the construction industry. There are so many fields in R&D, in marketing, in sales, in production. We hardly find women doing production work. It's always a man's job, but there are places in MC Balchami that we can have women in there. So I believe that there's a wide range of positions women can fill in here at MC Balchami and in the construction business as a whole. Yes.
All right. Hello, my name is Seth Meyer, Regional Manager West Africa for ThyssenKrupp Industrial Solutions. ThyssenKrupp has a very long history doing business in Ghana. In fact, our history in Ghana goes back several decades when we initially registered our trademark as far back as 1903 when we registered our trademark in Ghana. We opened this office in the earlier part of 2017, but it was more of a reopening because we had been doing business in Ghana prior to that. Ghana has always been a very, very important country for ThyssenKrupp. We believe in the country, we believe in its people, we believe in its purpose. And for us, it's always been a pleasure working in Ghana because Ghana has always given us access to the regional market. Ghana has always given us access to high caliber, experienced people who can get on the job and are very well driven to actually deliver on the job. And for us as a company as well, innovation is extremely important. My background is in business development and I work in the company which is about 60-70% engineers. And I always tell my engineering friends that they over-engineer things, but they always say that and we laugh about it. In Ghana, most of our business activities have centered around your medium to large scale mining companies or medium to large scale cement companies. And many of them have found the added benefit of innovation in reducing their cost and also maximizing their output. And it's as a result of the company's mindset that we need to focus aggressively on innovation. More recently, we've tried to engage at the university levels. We also try to engage even with the technical institutions on how we can work together to bring innovation to bear on some of the smaller products and services that they bring out. And we believe that in the coming years, we'll see a lot of impact, a lot of progress in that side because we see a lot of young people who are well driven, who are well motivated, and all they need is good enough knowledge transfer from established companies like ThyssenKrupp in order to propel them to the next level. And so in terms of challenges with regards to partnerships, very early on, one of the challenges we had or we faced was sort of matching our long-term or medium to long-term goals and objectives together with some of the companies and smaller institutions who wanted to do either business with us or to partner with us. There was a challenge with matching what our goals and objectives were to what their goals and objectives were. But we've had several important successes. For example, the African Institute for Math and Science is one company or one institution that we have an excellent relationship with. Some of our employees are actually people who came from that setup and are still working with us, and the partnership has been extremely great. There will be challenges, no doubt about it, but those challenges could also become your opportunities. And what I can also add is that have a long-term view when you enter this market. And if you have a long-term view, if you invest in the local people, if you form very solid partnerships, you are guaranteed success in the long term as well. So looking forward to seeing you. Thank you.
As it is the case for many African countries, the informal sector has a major role to play for the economy. Informal sector means lots of street vendors, street merchants who are selling their stuff and who are thereby fulfilling a very important function. It's in most cases hard-working women like Rebecca, who we're going to introduce to you soon, who are doing this. They are working up to 10 to 12 hours a day, selling stuff to her customers, and therefore creating an informal way of merchandising, of wholesale and retail. We are happy to talk to Rebecca now. Rebecca is one of our role models, so to speak. And I would like to ask you, Rebecca, first, when did you start your business?
I started my business no 1998. And I started my business. And now I started my toothpaste. Now I do quitting. Na mitiso sa me di call runs sa na mbenya customers wa ha. The customers no na omoto ma ade wa ha no sa na me yes echi no mi nko bio because me customers no wa ha. Nti mi nko bio ba na me di abre won na omoto na ebi fufuro so ye den e beto na ma me di stay ha.
And I see lots of different goods here on the shelf. in your store. Where do you get these goods from? And how do you decide what kind of goods you want to sell?
Me nyaman dia me obi na di bre me na me ton. Obi na ekofaba na me to won ho na me so me beton wa ha. Nkakra.
And maybe, Rebecca, last question. Looking at your business, I think it's a well-run business over the years, but still, what is your major challenge right now?
Idea ba ko e ha mo me business ni say baby a me de me nyama esi se me pon a me de me nyama esi me ha no baby e ni nti office nti se o twen ma office fo ni ekọ ma o de kosi ho kra watchman na be hwa ma o ba kra ni watchman na be hwa ma nti eno na ye din ma me apart from no de ha de me ni problem dia
So Rebecca, thank you very much for this very nice interview you gave us and this very important information. You are a very busy businesswoman, so now you have to go back to work and we go back to our work as well. But I'm happy that we had the chance to introduce Rebecca, representing one of the very, very hardworking businesswomen in Africa who are selling their goods on the streets of Accra and thereby fulfilling an important function within the informal and sort of formal economy of Ghana. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you have been enjoying this video with some impressions on Ghana, especially certainly with a focus on business life, on German companies, but as well on startups who are operating and developing their business ideas, their innovative business ideas here in Ghana. Please don't switch off now your computer, but rather click on the link below and follow the panel discussion that we are going to have now and enjoy, ask your questions. Thank you very much for your interest and I hope to see you right now in a second.